If you love training with your 308, but you don't love the cost of the ammo with it, this is something you're really gonna like. This is the Mantis Blackbeard X, and they just added some new additions to the lineup. So originally this was made for the AR-15. I actually did a full review on that. If you guys are interested, you can watch that after this video to see my full thoughts on this product. But this is just gonna give you guys an update on the fact that now they have a 308 version, and you're able to have all the benefits from that original Blackbeard X here in the 308. But what's really cool is they didn't just add the 308 and the AR10 platform, they added the SCAR Light, the SCAR Heavy, the MCX, and they're gonna be having even more coming out really soon. This is the Blackbeard X version, so there is a Blackbeard version that is just basically, you go out, you shoot, you have a laser that emits, you can do green, red, or IR. This is the green version, but this is the X version, which adds in their Mantis X system. Now this clips onto your handgun or a long gun, and you're able to track it via your phone, which is really, so you Bluetooth connect this to your phone, and you'll be able to see exactly where you're moving, where your shots are going, and it gives you a lot more information. But with this X system, that is integrated into here, and you can connect this right here, the magazine, to your Bluetooth on your phone, and then you're able to get all that information if you would like. Me personally, I'm okay with just having the system where you're able to actually dry fire. I gain a lot more information and dry fire aid from that than I do the app. But if you're somebody that really likes analytics and be able to see exactly what's going on and as much information as possible, you're gonna really like the X version and being able to get more information through the app. Installing this is incredibly easy. You just pull out your BCG and your charging handle, you throw in the red one, that is the Blackbeard, and then you put in the magazine and it will reset your trigger. And then from there, you can start actually training with this and shooting, and then you can sight in zero your laser to your optic, and then you can actually use your optic to be able to train. You can work on transitions. You can work on manipulating your trigger quick or slow. Now let's go over my relationship with Mantis. They did send me this product. I did not spend my own money on it. Now let's go over the people that are incredibly nice, and that is Brownells and Shooting Targets USA. Brownells is so nice. They are massively supportive. They're massively supportive. I can't talk today. They're massively supportive. Anything I've done here in this vault room, in the projects, in my channel, they have been incredibly helpful, and they are so nice. And I would love it if you guys would be nice to them as well. Go to tacticalvisor.net, and that is the best way that everybody could be nice and happy. But I appreciate that. And Shooting Targets USA, if you're going down to the range and you're done with your dry fire training and you've already done all the trigger control here in the house, now you go down to the range, Shooting Targets USA has awesome targets for you to be able to transition from your dry fire training to your real live training at the range. Shooting Targets that I've been using at my range, I'm slowly transitioning everything over to them. I really love their stuff. I've been using these poppers that you can see here in the B-roll on the hillside along with their hostage target. They are also incredibly nice. Brownells, Shooting Targets USA, thank you so much. But it's really neat because you're able to actually use all your accessories. You can use your own optic, your own flashlight, your own trigger, and feel exactly how those things work while doing the dry fire aid. A lot of times if you're gonna want to get the better training, you're gonna have to do simunition or airsoft, and that's not your gun with your accessories to be able to manipulate your stuff to be as comfortable as possible. With this, you put it in your own gun so you don't have to try to bridge that gap between the two guns. It's all the same because it's in the gun that you want. And now that they added these other platforms like the AR10, the SCAR, the MCX, the AR-15, some others that I'm really excited about. This is my favorite dry fire aid on the market at the time of filming this, just because of what it offers. This is a 308, something that you're not gonna go out a ton and be able to just shoot and train and work on transmission. Can't work on your transmission very well. You can't work on transition super well with a gun like this just because it costs so much more. I mean, you can if you wanna burn a bunch of ammo, but me personally, and I think a lot of you are like me, when you're working on that stuff, you're thinking like, okay, maybe how do I transition my 308 into a 22 so I can then do those transitions and everything and training. Now you have the option to be able to go out to the range or at your house and do this. And this isn't just an at your house thing. This is definitely something you can take out to the range if you want. Use your targets that you have. Just go out before you run a magazine. Run this for the first 100 rounds. Go through, work on your trigger management, your transitions, and see how things go. And then switch to actual ammo and then go out there and shoot. You're able to get a lot more trigger reps, but you're spending a lot less money on ammo. And then of course, you can also just come to your house, sit on the toilet or in your room and just play with it, which is exactly what I do all the time. I manipulate this thing all the time because it's just a lot of fun to be able to run around your house. If you're like me, I like to use my guns, manipulate my guns as much as possible, work around my house. With this, it just makes it that much more real and a lot more fun. Now you can also use this system in your larger 308s. I know I was throwing it there on the PSA Saber, which you guys are interested in the video on that. That's the pistol version, but this is the longer version and something you would do for a little more precision. Probably something you're not doing gosh dang, why do I keep saying transmissions? It's something you're not doing as many transitions with, but you can still go out there. You can lay down prone in your house or out at the range, and you can just really slowly work on that trigger control and manipulating that and using your gun and seeing what your sight alignment does, going from 100 to 200 to 300 yards and play with it that way. Now the laser might not reach out when you're going out farther to that 500 yards unless you're going to go more towards a low light thing, but you're still getting that trigger manipulation where you're not having to stop and rack your bolt every single time you want to do a dry fire. With this, you're just able to do that manipulation with your rifle before you go to live fire. That's where I'm going to see a lot of people wanting to run this in these more precision style rifles. Is you go out, you run 20 reps. You go out to the range, lay down prone, sit out for 20 minutes, run 20 reps, and then load up live fire and then go out and be able to shoot from there. I honestly think that's gonna be a big improvement for those long range shooters, and it's gonna be able to get you out there using more reps for a lot less money. Price-wise, you're looking at $320 for this system with the Blackbeard X if you want that added addition of that X software and being able to use it on your phone. That's gonna be a personal preference up to you if you want that one or just the Blackbeard itself. The nice thing is they offer it in different options, so you can choose what works best for you. But I think this also comes into play as a training aid for somebody that's stepping up to a 308. So you've mastered the AR-15, you can move up to the next level. I mentioned this in my other video, but this can be used as a really good training aid for those of you that want to teach somebody how to use a firearm. You know, hey, they're new to the AR-15 platform, they're comfortable enough to shoot handguns and everything, and now they kind of want to move up to the next thing, and that's an AR. Okay, you get out the Blackbeard, you set that up, and you let them manipulate the gun in a more safe, controlled manner until you feel more comfortable that they can use live fire. Exact same thing here with the 308. This is a bigger gun with a lot more recoil, and to some people it can be a little bit more scary. Now you throw this in there and you say, okay, here you go, very similar to your AR-15, let them manipulate that, let them use the trigger, show them that it's incredibly similar to that, just let them know, obviously, it's gonna be a bigger round and you're gonna feel a little more recoil, and then after they get comfortable with this setup, then you can move them to live rounds and training that way. So like I said, this is not a full review. I just want to give you guys a quick update on this, give you some of the key features of what I think is cool about it and what I personally use this for and why I like the Blackbeard system. I think this is a really cool product that I personally use a lot here at the house, at the range, and even at work and the training that I do there. These things are really neat and definitely, at the time of filming this, the best dry fire aid tool that I think there is out there on the market. Hopefully this video was able to help you make a better purchase decision, decide if this is exactly what you're looking for, or based off maybe something I said, it's not exactly what you're looking for. It's always my goal is to help you spend your money in the best way possible. I want you to be confident about your purchase and happy, or you know, maybe I'll hold off and not spend that money on that because it doesn't really align with exactly what you want. It's always my goal, and I hope this helps. If you're looking to help out the channel and the things I do here, Howitzer Clothing is a massive company that supports me, and they donate 5% proceeds to charity, which is incredible. And they have a Tactical Visor shirt, which is a link in the description. I'd love you guys to pick one up. I wear Howitzer clothes constantly, non-stop. That's basically the only clothes that are my closet, honestly, because they have everything, and I love their stuff. But I also have a website, tacticalvisor.net. You guys can check that out. Anything there is going to be incredibly helpful that you guys do. I appreciate you all so much. Make sure to check out my locals. We're doing a lot of cool stuff, exclusive content and everything on there, along with a lot of giveaways that you are not going to want to miss. So check out my locals, link in the description, Tactical Visor. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all.